ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवाञ्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितान्। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जय पताक स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमाचार्य पादाय कृपप्रदायिने गौरकथा दामदाय नगर ग्राम तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Let's start our today's Bhagavatam session. Today's Bhagavatam is 1 minute. I want to share. One point 13.24. If you have hard copy, you can take a hard copy also. Can you able to see? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. So 1.13.24. अग्निर्न स्पृष्टो दत्तश्च गरोदारश्च दूषितः ऋतं क्षेत्रं धनम् येषां तद्दत्तैरसुभिः कियत्। अग्निर्न स्पृष्टो दत्तश्च गरोदारश्च दूषितः कृतं क्षेत्रं धनम् येषां तद्दत्तैरसुभिः कियत्। Meaning goes translation: there is no need to live a degraded life and subsist on the charity of those whom you tried to kill by arson and poisoning. You also insulted their married wife and usurped their kingdom and wealth. Purport: the system of Varnashrama religion sets aside a part of one's life completely for the purpose of self-realization and attainment of salvation in the human form of life. That is a routine division of life. But persons like Dhritarashtra, even at their very ripened age, want to stay home, even in a degraded condition of accepting charity from enemies. Vidura wanted to point this out and impressed upon him that it was better to die like his sons than accept such humiliating charity. 5,000 years ago, there was one Dhritarashtra, but at the present moment, there are Dhritarashtras in every home. Politicians especially do not retire from political activities unless they are dragged by the cruel hand of death or killed by some opposing element. To stick to family life to the end of one's human life is the grossest type of degradation. And there is an absolute need for the Viduras to educate such Dhritarashtras even at the present moment. Hare Krishna. So this sloka, even though the purport is suitable for present age, even though it told by many ages back, it's very suitable for present age. So So here in Prabhupada, in his translation also mentioned, now political leaders also like Viduras only, they don't want to retire. They don't want to spend their time in search of Lord, absolute truth. They want to continue their earning money or fame, like that. So here, when we see this translation, there is no need to live a degraded life and subsist on the charity of those whom you try to kill by arson and poisoning. So in Bhagavad Gita also we saw aggressors in first chapter of aggressors. So aggressors, Hare Krishna, can you hear and see the translation? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji.
Okay. So aggressors who are they? They are who set fire for others' home. And so can someone help? Who are the aggressors? In Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, they mentioned. So here, whatever these Kauravas, they have done everything on the Pandavas. ಸೊ ಪಾಂಡವ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಅಗ್ರೆಸೆಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೋ ಅದು ಫುಲ್ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕೌರವಾಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಾರಿ ಪಾಂಡವಾಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪಾಂಡವಾಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪಾಯ್ಸನ್ ವಿಷ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರ ಮನೇನ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೊಂದಾಕಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರ ವೈಫ್ನ ಕಿಡ್ನಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು ಸೊ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಪಾಂಡವಾಸ್ ಸೊ ಈವೆನ್ ದೋ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಪಾಂಡವಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ how this Kauravas done all those aggressive works on Pandavas behind Dhritarashtra is there. Without Dhritarashtra's green signal, Duryodhana will not step ahead. So that means indirectly Dhritarashtra also there in this job, in this work. After doing all those impious activities on Pandavas, still after killing, after dying all his sons in Kurukshetra, still the Dhritarashtra wanted to live in their house, Pandava's house, like a dog. Last previous sloka we saw, he is living like a dog. Whatever peanuts these Pandavas gives, it may be Pandavas humility. They may not keep anything in their mind. It may be forgiveness, it may be the mentality of forgiveness of the Pandavas, but when we see Dhritarashtra's side, it's Dhritarashtra is doing a very he's living like a dog only. So this system of Varnashrama religion sets aside a part of one's life completely for the purpose of self-realization. 1 minute, I will stop there.
Mataji, you are muted, Mataji.
మాతాజీ మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారు మాతాజీ.
First canto, second chapter, and 13th sloka. When we see here, no. So I wanted to open the screen. It's not opening. Here. When we see first canto, second chapter, 13th sloka, atah pumbir dvija shrestha varnashrama vibhagasaha Swanustitasya dharmasya samsid haritoshanam. So here Prabhupada mentioned in this sloka Varnashrama dharma. So all this Varnashrama dharma for leading samsid haritoshanam. So to please Hari, this Varnashrama system is there. So when we see ashramas, varnas means Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra. When we see ashramas, Brahmacharya, Gruhasthashrama, Gruhasthashrama, what is that? Gruhasthashrama, after Gruhasthashrama?
Vanaprastha and Sannyasa.
Sorry, Prabhu. Vanaprasthashrama and Sannyasashrama. Here the Kaurava, Dhritarashtra is the in the age of Vanaprastha, but he doesn't want to take Vanaprastha. So all his sons died in Kurukshetra. Still he wanted to live, and still he wanted to rule. So this is not fine. This is not fair. This Sannyasashrama and Gruhasthashrama, Vanapasthashrama and Brahmacharya, all these leads to Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam means to, here itself they mentioned that for the purpose of self-realization and attainment of salvation in the human form of life. We have Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So all these leads to, if we follow all these, it leads to salvation, and we can please Hari. We can Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. So I will read the translation of this first canto, second chapter, 13th sloka. O best among the twice born, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging the duties prescribed for one's own occupation according to caste divisions and orders of life is to please the personality of Godhead. So human form, the goal of human form is to please the personality of Godhead. And after doing services, after pleasing lordships, we can go back to Godhead. We can get the salvation. So one more connected to this one, we can see one more Bhajagovindam, Bhajagovindam. In that Shankaracharya is mentioning that. I will read out. That is, it is in Telugu. Anyway, you can understand the sloka by, it's a Sanskrit sloka. Shankaracharya is telling that balavastha krida sakta, tarunavastha taruni shakta, vruddhavastha chinta sakta, parame brahmani kopina sakta. So here in ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಬಾಲಾವಸ್ಥಾ Krida Shakta. If we divide the human life in his childhood, all his childhood he spends in Krida Avastha. That means games, playing. Taruna Sakta, Taruni Sakta. In his young age, he is behind hunting Taruni, girl. And Vardha. Vruddhavastha Chinta Shakta. In his old age, he is in Chinta, always in Chinta. Chinta, it is connected to 22nd sloka also. Disturbed. Old age, he is disturbed. Symptoms of old age we saw in 22nd sloka of this chapter, same chapter. So your mind is disturbed, your teeth is loosened. All Vidura is telling no symptoms of old age. Here also old age, Vruddha Sakta, Chinta Shakta. Parame Brahmani Kopina Sakta. Nobody are there who are searching for Brahma, who are searching for self-realization. This is said by Shankaracharya. So here, if we see Dhritarashtra's life, it is like that only. He is leading his life in this way only. Bala Saktat, Krida Sakta. He is not at all willing to take up this devotional service or to take up Vanaprastha and go back to go to vanas and do tapas or service to lordships. He is not at all willing. So Dhritarashtra here started giving teaching. Vidura started teaching to Dhritarashtra. So in this present age also, nobody are willing to ready to do sevas to the lordships, and they don't want to take up Vanaprastha life. Always they want to become. They are behind earning money. So when we go to temple, when we are going to any Maharaja's place or sannyasi's place, what we will take? We will take, if we want to take flowers, what type of flowers we will take? Can someone tell? We are going to a temple. So what type of flowers we will take?
With fragrance?
Nice fragrance, fresh flowers.
Jasmine, champa.
Nice fragrance, fresh flowers. We will not take dried flowers, no? Dried flowers or spoiled flowers. We take fresh flowers. If we want to take any fruits also, we take fresh fruits and nice juicy fruits. We won't take to the temple all spoiled one. So, but when we give that much importance while going to the temple to take and offer lordships a fresh one, when we come to our life, if we want to offer our life to lordships, everybody says, no, this is not the age, this is not the time. After retirement or after old age, after 70, 80, you can go and you can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you can do bhajan, you can participate anywhere, wherever you want to go. Like that, people are telling. So this is the mentality of present age. But when we see our Bhakta Prahlad, what he says, Kaumara Macharet Prajna. So Kaumara, from the Kaumara itself, we have to start our devotional services. But when we see Dhritarashtra stage, he is in Vanaprastha stage, he is in retirement stage. Even though he is in the retirement stage, he doesn't want to leave the home. He is simply living like a parasite in Pandava's house. This is not fair. In this way, strongly, Vidura is telling to Dhritarashtra. He wanted to open his eyes. So when we see Bhaktivinoda Tagore's Kirtana, Durlabha Manusha Janma, so there also he is telling that, 1 minute, Durlabha Mana Janma. So I will read out the translation of that bhajan. The human form of life is the rarest opportunity for attaining spiritual perfection. But now I am lamenting because I have somehow or other been born with such an opportunity, and I wasted it by never worshipping Lord Krishna. To whom shall I tell the tale of this misery? So I didn't utilize my life. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is lamenting. I could not utilize my life in worshipping Lord Krishna. So actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling us in what way we have to live. Second stanza, having married and entered into the entanglements of materialistic family life, I passed my time in vain. I never got any tangible gain or permanent benefit, only trouble and botheration. Third stanza, what kind of world is this anyway? It seems to be just like a magic lantern show that I saw at a carnival wherein so many shadows and optical illusions dance magically before my eyes. I feel great attachment and identification with such a world, and thus day after day pass by fruitlessly without any purpose whatsoever. So we are wasting our life. You can read leisurely. This is Durlabha Manava Janma, Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentioned. So we are wasting our life in this way. So this is not fair. Vidura is telling. In the same way, when we see this purport, Vidura wanted to point this out and impressed upon him that it was better to die like his sons than accepting such a humiliating charity. So why this statement given by Vidura, better to die like his sons? For Kshatriya, do or die. Statement mentions here. For Kshatriyas, if they die in the war field, they will get Veera Swarga. Otherwise, they will get kingdom. In both ways, they are benefiting. How our Krishna also giving this same statement to Arjuna. When Arjuna doesn't want to fight in first chapter, second chapter, when he doesn't want to fight, and he left the Gandiva, that time Krishna is telling same. If we die, you will get Veera Swarga. You are not losing. If you win in that warfare, in that war, you will get kingdom. In both ways, as a Kshatriya, you are benefited. In that way, Kauravas who died in war, Kurukshetra, they are benefited. But this Dhritarashtra, he is still living. He doesn't want to take Vanaprastha. He doesn't want to go in search of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Absolute Truth. Still, he wanted to live in the other's house. So, last time, like Vidra, in our movement, Prabhupada, in this age, Prabhupada also came as Vidura. He also taught many people. So here I wanted to share a letter to Mahatma Gandhi ji. So Prabhupada letter to Mahatma Gandhi. So even you can read so that you will feel how Prabhupada taught, and Prabhupada wanted to bring everybody towards Krishna consciousness. 1 minute, I will share the. Can you see? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji.
Prabhupada letter to Mahatma Gandhi. Dear friend Mahatma ji, please, can you, is it visible, Prabhuji, letters also?
Yeah, Mataji, no problem.
Dear friend Mahatma ji, please accept my respectful namaskara. I am your unknown friend, but I had to write to you at times and again, although you never care to reply them. So I sent you my papers back to Godhead, but your secretaries told me that you have very little time to read the letters and much less for reading the magazines. I asked for an interview with you, but your busy secretaries never cared to reply this. Anyway, as I am your very old friend, although unknown to you, I am again writing to you in order to bring you to the rightful position deserved by you. As a sincere friend, I must not deviate from my duty towards a friend like your good self. So Prabhupada, he is a great Vaishnava. He is a very dear devotee of Lord Krishna. So Vaishnava, he is Paradukha Dukki. If someone is in Dukkha, he by seeing, he doesn't want to live. He want to give them Krishna. He want to bring them towards the Krishna consciousness. He want to connect that great Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava. He want to connect all the souls to Krishna. Here also our Prabhupada, he is trying to connect Mahatma Gandhiji to Krishna. So he actually Mahatma Gandhi before Prabhupada come into this Krishna consciousness, before meeting Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada was in freedom movement. He was also participated in many activities in freedom movement. So in that way, Prabhupada is telling, I am your unknown friend. So I know you, but you may not know me. So second para what Prabhupada is telling, I tell you as a sincere friend that you must immediately retire from active politics if you do not desire to die an inglorious death. See, Prabhupada warned our Mahatma Gandhi. This is date, I don't know which date. He want to warn Mahatma Gandhi. Please retire from your political activities. If you not retired, if you don't want to retire, you may die inglorious death. So already Mahatma Gandhi is a glorious person. If we see materially, that's why he got Mahatma, but our meaning is different. Mahatma, Bhagavad Gita meaning is different. Anyway, you have 125 years to live as you have desired to live, but if you die an inglorious death, it is now no worth. The honor and prestige that you have obtained during the course of your present lifetime were not possible to be obtained by anyone else within the living memory. But you must know that all these honors and prestiges were false in as much as they were created by the illusory energy of Godhead called the Maya. By this falsity, I do not mean to say that your so many friends were false to you, nor you were false to them. By this falsity, I mean illusion, or in other words, the false friendship and honors obtained thereby were but creation of Maya, and therefore they are always temporary or false, as you might call it. But none of you, neither your friends nor yourself, knew this truth. So Prabhupada explaining about this illusory Maya, illusory energy of Lord God. Now, by the grace of God, that illusion is going to be cleared, and thus you, your faithful friends like Acharya, Kripalini, and others are accusing you for your inability at the present moment to give them any practical program of work as you happen to give them during your glorious days of non-cooperation movement. So you are also in a plight to find out a proper solution for the present political tangle created by your opponents. You should therefore take a note of warning from your insignificant friend like me that unless you retire timely from politics and engage yourself 100% in the preaching work of Bhagavad Gita, which is the real function of the Mahatmas, you shall have to meet with such inglorious death as Mussolini, Hitler's, Tojos, and what is this? Churchill's, and Lloyd Georges met with. So I will stop here. So this letter is still there, big letter. So the content which we want till that I read. So Prabhupada tried to, Mahatma Gandhi, he had name of Mahatma. So Prabhupada wanted to make him Mahatma, as said in Bhagavad Gita. He encouraged him to preach. He encouraged him to connect with Krishna consciousness. Okay, with this I will stop. Hare Krishna. Thank you, and thank you for bearing me. And I am very sorry if I done any mistakes. Hare Krishna.
Hare
ಕೃಷ್ಣ
Krishna
ಮಾತಾಜಿ.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಜಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸು. ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಂದೊಂದು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ನನ್ಗೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಲಾಸಕ್ತ ಕ್ರೀಡಾ ಬಾಲಾವಸ್ಥಾ ಕ್ರೀಡಾಸಕ್ತ, ತರುಣಾವಸ್ಥಾ ತರುಣಿಯಾಸಕ್ತ, ವೃದ್ಧಾಸಕ್ತ ಚಿಂತಾಸಕ್ತ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಏನ್ ಮಾತಾಜಿ?
1 minute. ವೃದ್ಧಾವಸ್ಥಾ ಚಿಂತಾಸಕ್ತ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪರಮೇ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣಿ ಕೋಪಿನ ಸಕ್ತ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಹುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯಾರು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಏನು ಬಾಲಾವಸ್ಥನಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೀಡನಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಸಿದೆ ಅವರ ಏಜ್ ಫುಲ್. ಯಂಗ್ ಏಜ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ವೈಸ್ ವರ್ಸ, ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ಬಾಯ್ಸ್. ವೃದ್ಧಾಸಕ್ತನಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿಂತೆ, ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಚಿಂತೆ. In 22nd sloka we mentioned about chinta of vruddhas, how they wanted to, if they want to become dancer, they could not become dancer. They want to rub that will on their kids. If they kids, if they want ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಿಡ್ಸ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚಿಂತೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಇವ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ವೃದ್ಧರಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದ ಅವರು. ವೃದ್ಧರಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ತಿಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು. ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಪ್ಪಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ನಮ್ದು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಇದೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೂ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದು ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚಿಂತೆ. ಅದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪರಮೇ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣಿ ಕೋಪಿನ ಸಕ್ತ. ಈ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಭಗವಾನ್ ಮೇಲೆ, ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮದ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರು ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
I have written the English translation in.
It's there, Mata Prabhu, Google. It's there.
No, I am just past. I've written in Zoom. I said, whoever wants Zoom and ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
Okay.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮಾತಾಜಿ.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಜಿ.
Okay,
Hare Krishna,
thank you, Parabhakti,
Mataji.
for your nice class. And you have brought Gandhi also into the picture. Like Prabhupada was, earlier he was Gandhi and then he became a Krishna conscious person. And he wants to give also credit to Mahatma Gandhi, but unfortunately he could not take up. Like that, as you also rightly mentioned, that there is a generation gap. And whatever generation gap is there, but what are all the core principles are there in Krishna consciousness, irrespective of generation gap or age